Good morning. Good morning to one and all. My name is Y. Gautami and I am working as a management lecturer in Sri Vivekananda Degree College. Today we are going to discussing about the topic title is offer and acceptance. So what is called offer and what is called acceptance and what are the essential elements of a valid offer. So today we are going to discussing these concepts. So first of all, what is offer? According to section 2A, Indian Contract Act 1872, according to the Indian Contract Act 1872, section 2A indicates offer. Who is called offerer, Nana? The person who can make the proposal. The person who is ready to give the offer, he is known as offerer. And what are the essential elements of a valid offer? So when we want to give an offer another person, so at the time the both parties compulsory it maintain the willingness to do and not to do something. So when we want to give the offer from one person to another person, so at the time we need both parties willingness to bound the relation. So that's why the essential elements are of valid offer. The first one is offerer and offeree must be communicated. So when the enter into a offer, the every offer compulsory we have two parties, one party is offerer and another party is offeree. So we need both parties communication. For example, A and B. So both parties we have A want to sell his house for 2 lakhs rupees and he give to the one notification for B and B also want to accept that proposal. Yes, I ready to pay the 2 lakhs amount for your house. So we have in two parties, A is offerer and B is the offeree. They both have one communication. So how they communicated? He give to the information, I want to sell my house for 2 lakhs rupees. By the phone or mail or directly they send the information to B. So B also their acceptance sent through phone or mail or directly. So if we have an offerer and offeree, they both have must and should communicated. So when they are both communicated, at the time only it is a valid offer. For example, A send the mail to B but B not respond. So at the time it is not a valid offer because of the reason there is don't have perfect communication between the A and B. So when the one offer, the both parties are offerer and offeree means A and B. So when both are communicated, at that time only it is the valid offer. So otherwise it is a void offer. The void offer means cancellation of offer. And the second point is the every offer must be intention to create legal relationship. So when they are enter into a offer, so at the time the both parties who are entered the offer, they compulsory maintain only legal relation and they do not maintain any social or domestic relation. So what is the difference between legal relation and social or domestic relation? The legal relation means who are the partners or conducted the business. They may be maintained the relationship like friendly relation, that is called legal relation. So what is called social or domestic relation? The social or domestic relation means father and son relation, mother and daughter relation, brother and sister relation. Those relations are called domestic relations. the domestic relations are not treated as a valid offer. So when we want to satisfy the offer according to section 2A, we compulsory maintain to the our intention totally create only legal relationship but not a social or domestic relationship. For example, X and Y two parties we have. So both are partners. So at the time they both having legal relation. So X and Y both are started one company, Z company. So the Z company get the profit like 1 lakh rupees. So at the time X share 50,000 rupees and Y share 50,000 rupees according to their investment levels. So it is the legal relationship. For example, X daughter is Y. X daughter Y. So X and Y both are invested to Z company. If the company gets profit, at the time X and Y both amount collected only X person. So at the time Y not against issue the case to the X because of the reason the X is the daughter of Y. So at the time they both having social relation. If the parties have social relation or domestic relation, at the time it is a void offer. So when we want to enter into a contract, we must satisfy the offer condition. The offer condition is, so when we want to enter the offer, that should be intention to create only legally relationship but should not have any domestic relation. The domestic relation sense blood relation, mother, daughter, son, sister, we do not considerable here this type of relations. And the third point is it is different from answer to a question. From answer to a question. If entered in offer, they have compulsory in two parties like P and Q. So P ask one question to Q. Q also send the answer for P. It is not a offer. Because of the reason, it is different from answer to a question. So when one party ask one question, the another party may be give to answer that question. It is not treated as a valid offer. So when they want questions declared, at the time who is say this answer, I will provide the offer. At the time it is a valid offer. So otherwise it is a void offer. And the next fourth point is specific terms. Specific terms. The terms here rules and regulations. So when the parties are entered into a contract, at the time they specifically mentioned their rules and regulations. So because of the reason, when the disputes are occurs in the future time, at the time we mentioned one note like specific terms. So who are followed the specific rules and regulations, they are only acceptable this offer. Who are not followed the specific rules and regulations, so those are not eligible for this offer. And the next point is silence cannot be treated as an offer. Silence cannot be treated as offer. So when the parties are entered into contract, they must and should compulsory communicated. So if any one party keeps silence, at the time the contract may be not a valid offer. So because of the reason, who are the entered into the offer, the both parties are compulsory communicated. If one party communicate and another party not communicate, at the time also it is a not a valid offer. For example, X and Y two parties, X say to Y, so I want to sell my horse like 5 lakhs rupees, and Y never respond anything, it keeps silence. So at the time X is not treated, Y also accepted for this horse purchasing. Because of the reason, Y is silence, he is not respond anything. So that's why it is not a valid offer. And the last point is, it is not treated as an invitation offer. Invitation is a not valid offer. So why invitation is a not valid offer? Because of the reason, if you give invitation to any person, there may be possible or not possible for coming. So at the time we can't issue the case for the against him. Because of the reason, it is a social relation. For example, ABC and XYZ. So both are two partners. So ABC, his son DEF birthday, he may be give to the invitation to XYZ. So at the time XYZ accept the proposal, but their situation he may be not attend the birthday function of DEF. Not attend the function of birthday of DEF. So at the time ABC company not issue any against case to XYZ. Because of the reason, ABC and XYZ both have only here social relation. Social relation. So that's why the invitation is not treated as a valid offer. Okay students, so once again repeat entirely. So what are the essential elements of a valid offer? The offer sense according to section 2A Indian Contract Act 1872, it gives the some rules and regulations for every offer like a valid offer. The first point is, the offer and offeree must be communicated. Who are entered into a offer, the both parties are must be communicated through the mail or phone or writtenly or orally. And the second point is intention to create legal relationship. So who are entered into the offer, the both parties are must and should have the only legally relation. They should not follow any social or domestic relation. The domestic relation means like blood relation, father, mother, brother, sister. So these are the domestic relations. And different from answer to a question. So when one person give to the question, so another party give to the answer, it is not a valid offer. And the specific terms who are entered into the offer, the both parties are compulsory mentioned. So what are the specific rules and regulations? And silence cannot be treated as a valid offer. So if the one person is communicated and another person may be keep in silence, so that is not treated as a valid offer. Because of the reason, who are the entered into the parties, both are compulsory agreed their conditions into communication manner. So and last point is, invitation is not a valid offer. So if one person give to the invitation to another person, the another person may be possible or not possible to attend the event. So at that time the first person not against issue the case to another person. So this is a invitation is not a valid offer. So it is entirely 10 marks question, very important. Please students careful.